tulong na walang kapalit, bukal sa kalooban. Ang tanging hangarin ay magsilbi sa bayan. Sulong na Bayan! Programang sasa inyo, alas 2 hanggang alas 3 ng hapon. Sulong na Bayan! Kasama si Miss Loli Acosta sa DWIZ 882.
Alright, mapagpalang hapon po sa ating mga tagapakinig. Welcome po sa ating programang Sulong na Bayan. At tayo po'y dinig sa iba't pang panig ng mundo. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening as the case may be. Lalong-lalo po sa Estados Unidos, sa East Coast, sa West Coast, ganyan na rin po sa gitnang silangan. Malakas din po tayo sa Kingdom of Saudi Arabia at ganyan na rin po sa Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, Singapore, Hong Kong, Myanmar, at dito rin po sa Macau. Nandyan po yung ating special wifey ng ating engineer Fred Lamala, mga tinatawag nating bagong bayani because sila po ay nagtatrabaho sa iba't ibang panig ng mundo. At talk about iba't ibang panig ng mundo, syempre, gusto na natin ipakilala ang aking BFF kasi ang dami talagang bumabiyahe po ngayon. Medyo yung iba hindi alam ng requirement, yung iba hindi alam ang gagawin. So, sino nga ba ang pupuntahan? O we will find out from her anong mga requirements pag ikaw ay turista o kaya ikaw ay nag-immigrate o nag-migrate na sa ibang bansa, no? Whether America yan o ibang pang Asian countries, sa Hong Kong, ano-anong mga requirements ba yan? Para maintindihan po ng ating mga listeners, para hindi po sila maligaw. Kasi importante po yung alam nyo yung inyong mga requirements na gagawin. Katulad ko po, sabihin na nating bihasang-bihasa na ako magbiyahe, pero may mga requirements na mga bago na kaalaman na katulad lang ng health protocol. Hindi ko pala alam kung yan panapatupad pa or ito ba ay pwede na, open na ba yung mga ganyang bansa sa pagpasok ng mga turista o mga travelers. So all of that, we have to ask her kasi siya ang authority dan at ang aking BFF ay talaga namang paikot-ikot na yan sa mga lahat ng seminars na ina-attenan niya when it comes to travel industry. Bukod sa spiritual coach ko siya at kasama ko sa aking aming small group at one verse group, pero ito po yung kanyang talagang expertise, ang travel. So let's welcome to our program Sulong na Bayan habang inaantay natin yung isa pa nating makakapanayam. Hopefully ay maka-join siya, no? Anyway, we have 1 hour or 45 minutes to go. So syempre siya po ang Pangulo at CEO ng Tangerine Travel and Tours, my best friend, Miss Pen Berdan. Welcome.
Thank you.
Ayan.
Thank you, sis. Good afternoon. Good afternoon sa lahat.
Ayan.
Sige.
Yeah. Oo. Kasi
interesting.
Yes, nakikinig ang ating mga kababayan sa Canada. Gusto nilang bumalik dito. Gusto nilang magbisita. Yung ating mga kasama sa church sa dating gali. Magsisibalik bayan sila Cecil. Anong mga, kaya si mismo sila Saragosa family. Ang unang tanong, kasi ikaw ay nasa Tangerine Travel Tours. Ano po ba ang matatawag nating mga siguro health protocol muna? Kasi nga katatapos lang natin sa pandemya. Ikaw ay pagpapunta, palabas ka ng Pilipinas, ano-ano ang mga dapat pinapatupad yung updated?
Siguro yung muna, yung palabas muna. No? Kasi ang dami talagang lumalabas.
Right.
Ang daming parang di ba may kasabihang revenge travel. Narinig mo na ba yun? Parang revenge travel ba yun? Parang ngayon na yung pagkakataon, di ba? Parang lumabas sila. Kaya marami talagang lumalabas, di ba? Na-experience na natin yan na sobrang higpit, appointment pa lang going to Korea. Nako, parang quote-unquote patayan, no? Ganyan. Yes. Kasi marami, no? Like, sige, ano muna tayo? Outbound, no? Outbound muna tayo. Outbound to, let's say, Korea muna.
Ayan, papuntang
because
Korea.
It's very popular.
Yes.
So, ang mga good news, no? Number one, lifted na ang travel restrictions.
Ayan.
Diba? Dati, kailangan pa ng bukod sa vaccinated, bukod sa RT-PCR, kailangan mo pang ma-quarantine.
Ako?
Diba? Korea, Korea, halos lahat ng bansa, no? Pati tayo nga sa Pilipinas Diba? Pinapa-quarantine natin ang mga papunta sa atin, no?
Okay.
Pero ngayon, hindi na yung kailangan.
Nagbalik kasi sa normal na. Ganun.
Para sa akin, parang talagang hindi ko ayoko sabihin salita na pinipilit, no? Pero sa tingin ko talagang nararamdaman na ng buong mundo na back to normal na tayo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, back to normal. Sa ibang bansa, no? Hindi ko alam kung maganda to o hindi. Hindi na sila nagmamask. Diba? Nagmamask ka lang sa eroplano.
Alright.
Airport, nakamask. Sa eroplano, nakamask. Pero pagbaba mo, sinasabi na doon, di ba recently, nanggaling ako ng Sydney.
Okay.
Sinabi doon, you're required to wear your mask in the aircraft. But when you get down, pwede na. No?
Pagbaba na, nandun ka
pagbaba, pwede na.
Land nila, okay.
So, I can probably say it's the same with other countries, no? Definitely, when you're in the aircraft, you have to wear the mask. When you get down, then you have to abide by the regulation of the country.
Pero, ba yun, si Spen? Ang mga health regulations ng bawat destination, nag-iiba-iba ba o halos?
Nag-iiba-iba. Nag-iiba slightly lang. Okay. Ang isang, sige, di ba, nasabi na natin yung Korea. So, outbound, for Filipinos, we need to have a visa.
Okay, syempre.
Short-term visa yan, no? Yung ano na lang, we will not go into details, no? Kasi hindi naman yun yung ating concern ngayon, no? So, parang simple lang, kailangan ka mag-apply ng visa. Ngayon, kung tutusin, napakadali na kasi pwede mo lang isubmit ang application mo sa isang authorized or registered travel agents, no? Hindi ako kasali doon. Meron talagang mga siguro mga 20 accredited travel agencies, no, who can accept application, and wala ka nang gagawin. Submit mo yung application mo, sila nang bahalang pumila, eka nga.
Okay, wala na po ba yung appearance?
Wala
parang
na.
Kasi nung araw talagang pupunta pa ako dun.
Yeah.
At na lang akong magsasubmit ng aking mga documentation. So ngayon, hindi na, travel agency will do that for us.
Yes.
Passengers. Ayan, narinig niyo po, mas easier.
It's
pero ang tanong, mahal ba yan? O reasonable ba? O may flat rate? Ano po ang fees?
Kung tutuusin natin, ang embahada, hindi sila naniningil. Ang tawag nga sa visa nila, gratis. Gratis, ibig sabihin walang bayad. No? Pero maintindihan naman natin yung mga accredited travel agencies nagpapasweldo na mamasahe. Diba? So, maglalakad. No? Meron din silang effort na nagcha-charge sila ng processing fee or handling fee. Ang tawag namin handling fee.
Okay.
That's very reasonable yan, no? I'd rather not quote a rate kasi iba-iba ng slightly different.
Right.
Slightly different lang yan. Okay. Pero masasabi ko, hindi siya mahal. Okay. No, kung iisipin mo, magta-taxi ka pa, maghihintay ka pa, i-pick upin po mo, pagta-taxi ka na naman, di ba?
Kumbaga, worth it.
Worth it.
Like kami mga senior na nag-a-apply, pagod na kami sa aming mga trabaho respectively, Tapos kami pa yung maglalakad, pupunta sa embahada, pipila, hindi mo masabi, lalo na ngayon ang weather pa iba-iba, mapapagod ka eh. Yes. So the travel agency like yours, kayo ang will do that for us.
Yes. It's very reasonable, no? So, if ever there are other queries, they can call you, we can give them a number, 'di ba, na pwede natin sila i-refer doon, no, para dumiretso sila, no. If that is if they're tourists, no. So, syempre, we're not talking about migrants, no, kasi I think our guest will discuss migration, no. Pero sa atin kasi mga turista, no, and this is probably one of the better times to travel kasi ang ganda ng panahon, ito yung time na masusuot mo yung mga coats mo, mga
forma ka ng trench coat.
ang ganda sa picture, diba? Oo, nakakatuwa to ngayon. So, yan, that's Korea, no? And alam naman natin, tayong mga Pilipino, parang masasabi natin, meron na tayong parang parang connection? Hindi ko alam, feeling ko parang meron tayong connection doon. Parang gusto natin yung pagkain nila.
Right. Ang lakas dating kasi nga because of telenovelas, does it affect? Lahat kasi yan, somehow na-influence din tayo. Parang laging kilala natin yung mga tao doon, maski hindi naman tayo nakakarating pa sa halimbawa sa Korea. Parang feeling natin, alam ko paano kumain si Jong Sung Suk. Kaya paano maglaba. Yung parang daily life nila sa telenovela ay nakikita natin.
Yeah, masarap yung kimchi. Masarap talaga ako. Paborito ko yun eh. So, madami. Pati makeup, diba? Parang, kasi parang bagay sa Pilipino yung kanilang, kanilang,
products.
Parang kanilang product.
Asian
so,
kasi, di ba? Asian pa rin.
Asian.
Oo, sa mga skincare natin. Ayun. So, pag bumabiyahe pala, sa Korea, can we do other countries? Ano pang mga restrictions?
May isa akong medyo popular ha. Surprisingly, actually hindi naman surprisingly, pero isa sa mga parang marami akong queries, Dubai.
Dubai, yan gusto kong malaman. Paano po ba? First step.
Okay. Ang maganda sa Dubai, hindi mahirap kumuha ng visa.
Okay.
Ang mangyayari, ang mga requirements lang, a photo, no? Yung parang passport photo.
Okay.
And a copy of your passport.
Alright.
Okay. Itong dalawang items na to, i-email lang natin, no? I-transmit natin sa isang accredited agency doon.
Okay.
In less than 3 days. Sabi nga ng iba, 24 hours eh. Paligay na natin 48 hours. Okay. In 48 hours, you will have your visa.
Ganun kabilis? At saka dalawa lang requirement, ang dali naman yan. Kasi sa ibang embahada, kailangan income tax, kailangan ng financial statement, kailangan ng certificate of employment, ang dami.
Pero meron akong, ano ba tawag doon? Yung warning ba tawag doon? Okay. Meron akong parang caveat, oo. Walang problema kumuha ng visa.
Okay.
Pero ang advice ko sa mga Pilipino, maging tapat tayo. Honest. Kung talagang pupunta ka doon bilang turista, ready ka dapat sa mga dokumento mo.
Okay.
Dapat may mapakita kang hotel, kung may tour, ganyan, no? Kasi parang agad-agad medyo word ko lang to ha. Probably hindi ito yung ginagamit na. Parang meron tayong agad heightened ang ang inspection ba tawag doon? Heightened ang immigration natin.
Screening.
Oo, parang parang pinoprofile ka.
Profile ka. Kung talagang tourist ka ba o ikaw ay magtatagal o magtatrabaho. Kasi alam natin, sis, napakalaki daw. Dun sa aking mga nakapanayam, ang lalaki daw ng sweldo dyan ngayon sa Dubai. Kaya lahat halos, whether Filipino ka, Bangladeshi, Pakistani, o Asian pa, ang daming nagsisipuntahan. Nandiyan ba si Romel? Naalala ko kasi si Romel.
Dubai.
Yan. Dapat wala panayam natin.
Ayaw naman natin, i-generalize. Pero merong mga Pilipinos na pumupunta doon bilang turista, tapos hindi na umuuwi.
Ayun.
Nagtatrabaho na doon, nakagahanap na ng trabaho. Ito namang mga Pilipino, napakagaling, biglang nagkakatrabaho.
Ayan.
Ang bilis sila magkaroon ng trabaho doon. Alam naman natin na hindi yun ang kaparaanan. May proseso para makahanap ng trabaho sa ibang bansa eh. Gusto mo bilang Pilipino, ang dokumento mo
in order.
Yes, diba? So ito naman, immigration natin, parang naaano sila, parang pag nakita nila solo ka, tapos parang medyo parang magtatrabaho to doon di ba? Yung parang ang dami nang tatanungin sa'yo, itatabi ka na.
The questions na, segregate ka.
Yes. They ask you questions already. Yung ibang Pilipino, kahit totoong turista, nakakaba, iba-iba na yung nasasabi.
Ayan po. Yan ang tip ni Miss Pen. Huwag kayong kakabahan. Kasi kung honest naman kayo, di ba? Then, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Di yun yung totoong gusto nyong gawin. Turista lang kami po. We won't stay long. Pwede mo pa sabihin siguro yun. How long are you staying? Yan naman mga tatanungin sa immigration sa port of entry Or maski dito. Sa atin,
dito talaga. Dito pa lang, hindi ka na hindi ka na ipapaboard.
Ayun. Pwede ka nang i-bump off ba tawag dyan?
Yes, yes.
Offload.
Oo.
I-offload ka, kawawa naman.
Kaya, tama ka.
Yung experiences ng mga tao dyan sa paliparan, sasabihin nila, in-offload po kami. Bakit? Di po namin kasi alam yung sasagot namin. Sabing ganun. Sabi ko, ano ba kasi talaga yung inyong motibo?
Yun.
Honest.
Oo. Ano ba talaga yung nyo? Ano ba talaga anong pakay nyo ba talaga? Ano bang pakay nyo sa pagpunta doon?
Right.
Pero kasi naiisip ko, kung talaga namang turista ka, yung parang,
Medyo ka lang
komportable ka. Ang nangyayari kasi minsan, karamihan naman ng turista, pamilya o dalawang tao, mag-asawa, magkaibigan. So kung talaga namang tama yung mga pakay nyo, be confident. Pilipino ako, meron akong sadya, ako ay mamamasyal, ako ay mag-aaliw-aliw.
Right. And that's a right to travel. Karapatan pantao yun eh. Dapat alamin din ng ating mga nakikinig po ngayon. Karapatan po natin, human rights yan, na you are able to travel. So sasabihin nyo lang sa ating immigration officers, may pera ako, kaya kong gumastos. Gusto kong makita yung Korea Gusto kong makita yung Dubai Sabi, matataas daw ang dyan. Bakit hindi?
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah.
So, ganun, kailangan confident ka din bago babiyahe. Pero again, yun nga yung tataranta at nabubulol-bulol ka na kung ang intention mo naman ay hindi totoo.
Meron nga akong may experience ako. Ito personal to.
Okay.
Minsan kasi parang tama naman ito kasi may nangyari sa akin recently. Nung pabalik na ako ng Pilipinas.
Okay.
Galing akong Australia.
Okay.
Nagkataon, naka-hand carry ako. May mga dala akong asin.
Asin?
Gusto ko yun mga asin sa ibang bansa. Hindi ko alam kung bakit.
Baka namang cocaine ang pagkamalan yan.
Pero asin talaga. So, ano nangyari? Tinanggal yung asin.
Saan?
Naka-hand carry ako Hand carry. Naka-backpack ako. So, pabalik na ako ng Pilipinas.
Doon pa lang sa customs doon.
Sa Australia pa lang. So, dumaan sa x-ray, may nakitang 2 suko. Tigi 1 kilo kasi na asin, no?
Okay.
Isang asin na durog, isang asin na buo-buo. Ganyan. Oo. Naku, tinanggal yung durog-durog. Sabi niya, sorry, you cannot bring this. Sabi sa akin. So, naisip ko, okay, hindi pa ako kumibo.
Okay.
Sabi niya, the coarse salt you can bring, but the fine salt you can't, sabi sa akin. Okay, sabi ko, sige, pinagbigyan ko.
At least.
Inikot uli ako sa x-ray. Pati yung mga buo-buong asin, hindi rin ako pinayagan.
Next ikot, hindi na.
Hindi pa rin. Ang nangyari, naisip ko, asin lang naman to, $3 lang naman to. At saka para sa akin naman, hindi naman pabili sa akin. So pinabayaan ko na. Pero naisip ko, parang tama ba yung ginawa nila sa akin? Parang naisip ko,
you could have questioned them, what for? Why are you confiscating this? This is not legal substance. Again, talagang dapat armado ka pag
exactly.
Alam mo, babasahin mo man lang yung pupuntahan mo sa bansang pupuntahan mo, anong kultura doon, and then lingwahe siguro ng konti, para hindi, yung confident ka ba, hindi pwede nilang i-bully.
Tama. Di ba wala namang ang nakalagay doon na bawal ang matatalim, bawal ang flammable, bawal ang liquid, bawal ang... May mga sinasabing bawal. Wala namang sinabing bawal magdala ng asin. Di ba? Pero alam mo, nung mga pagkakataon na yun, hindi ako nakapagsalita. Hindi ko na-defend yung sarili ko.
Ayan. Minsan pagod ka na rin kasi kakaimpake and then pauwi ka na. Then ma-inconvenient ka pa. Wag na lang. Sige. Ako yung mga kape ko, sige sa inyo na lang. Katulad, yan, personal experience ko to from Los Angeles, LAX. Tinapon ng kapatid ko na hindi ko alam, sinut niya sa hand carry ko. Yung mga hotdog or ng cheese. Basta nasa can good siya na maliliit. Ang sasarap sa breakfast yun may liquid. Pati yun, natanggalan ako, sinegregate ako, pinalayo pa. Ano to, sabi, meron ho kayong ganito, bawal yan. Tama nga naman, pati yung vitamins ko na liquid, tama nga naman, hindi ko binasa. Hindi ako nag-prepara. So, importante yan ang tip mo, si Spen, na dapat, binabasa sa port of destination ang mga bawal at hindi bawal.
Yes.
Para
ang naisip ko sana sinasabi ko to pero kamukha nung inamin ko sa inyo, ako mismo hindi nakapagsalita, no? Pero ang advice ko, medyo rin, I mean, kung talagang nagsasabi tayo ng totoo, manindigan tayo, diba? Na pupunta po ako dyan dahil magbabakasyon ako.
Ayun.
Hindi ko alam bakit nyo pinagdududahan ng aking intensyon.
Right.
No? Pero sinasabi ko sa inyo, ang pagpunta ko dyan ay legitimate, no?
Yeah.
Parang ganon. So, yun yung mga, maraming mga nakakalungkot, nakakatawang experiences, no? Na,
you learn from that eh. May question ng ating batikang fashion director. Alam mo, kadadating lang nito from Los Angeles at nag-iikot to sa buong East Coast, West Coast, New York, Chicago. Pero ito, nakakahabol siya sa question niya. Patanong daw, Miss Pen, is it more difficult to apply for a European tourist visa in a post-pandemic world? I have heard, sabi niya, I have heard of people being denied visas this year, even if they were able to get visas in the past. Dati na sila may mga Schengen visa siguro, nakabiyahe na pabalik-balik. But because of the post-pandemic ngayon, yun ang tanong niya, is it difficult to apply for your European Schengen visa?
No. The answer is no.
The answer is no.
No. Pero yung kamukha nung may experience, no? Sabi nga niya, yung mga ibang kakilala niya na-deny. Hindi natin, kasi yun lang naman ang pagkasabi, hindi natin alam kung ano yung mga circumstances. Pero generally, hindi po mahirap. As a matter of fact, medyo, parang gusto kong sabihin na, medyo kasagsagan ng konti ng COVID.
Okay.
Bukas sila.
Bukas. Talaga.
Yung mga panahon na yun, kailangan lang, marami lang silang kailangan. Walang quarantine, pero kailangan may RT-PCR, kailangan vaccinated ka. Ganun lang. Pero hindi, pagdating sa Europe, hindi na kailangan mag-quarantine.
Oo. Pag touchdown, upon arrival, wala namang masyadong health protocol.
Nung mga panahon na yun. Much more today. So, siguro lang po, kung meron parang mali sa nasabi ko, they can contact you. So I can probably, talk, we can talk about it more. Pero ang sagot po doon, hindi.
Okay. Ayan, ating batikang fashion director, Con Sinel, I hope Miss Pen was able to answer your inquiry, Hindi na daw mahirap at mas relax na ngayon kasi normal na nga. And better if you can contact Miss Pen eventually, para kung meron ka pang further
kung may clarification pa.
Okay, sa ating pagbabalik, napakabilis, mukhang makaka-join na yung ating mga kakapanayam mula sa Amerika, sa Los Angeles. Siya ay life coach at book author. Alamin naman natin din sa kanya maya-maya ano nga ba ang mga tips naman, katulad ng mga binigay mo rin, Sis Pen, pag ikaw naman ay magiging immigrant na dyan o magmamigrate ka, anong mga naman kakailanganin mong haharapin, what to expect. But we have to pause for a quick break. Kasama ka pa rin namin, Sis Pen, at kaya kang magtanong sa kanya eventually ng mga iba mong mga issues and concerns for travel agency sa Tangerine Travel and Tours.
Si Miss Loli Acosta, Sulong na Bayan sa DWIZ 882.
Alright, nagbabalik pong muli ang ating programang Sulong na Bayan. At syempre, gusto ko lang muna i-greet bago tayo magtuloy-tuloy, birthday ng aking classmate from batch 1972 ba yan? Ayoko nang alamin kung kailang batch yan. Sa Central Scholar University at medyo mga may edad na tayo. Lerma, happy birthday! At iba pang mga nagseselebra ng kanilang kaarawan. At condolences naman sa aking kasama dyan sa CBSI Bible Study. Ang kanyang ama ay lumisan nauna na sa atin, but they're all prepared for that. So, but syempre in grieving for your loss, we are one with you. We are praying for you that God will comfort you and give you strength to cope with your loss. Si Carol Halili po yan. And okay, balik po tayo sa ating tinatalakay, kasi nga travel, ano na ngayon, fever. And then, parang sabi, ano yung sinabi mo, si Spen? Ito po, kasama pa rin po natin ang President and CEO ng Tangerine Travel and Tours, si Spen Berdan. Yung kaninang Avenge ba tawag doon?
Revenge travel.
Revenge travel. Parang nakawala sa koral. Kasi gusto umalis. Okay, what about domestic travel? How are we? Medyo naging masigla ang ating mga iba't ibang dito sa atin, sa bayan natin.
Ang nahalata ko, parang more of this is the time they visit their family. Kasi di ba talagang nagkaroon ng time na hindi ka makapunta sa magulang mo.
Ang tagal mong di makita.
O yung anak mo, hindi ka makapunta dito.
Yes, oo. Nako. Paano?
Wala na. Okay na ngayon.
Oo, wala na mga QR. Kasi nung isang, Davao, ganyan eh.
Oo.
Kapato. Wala na yan.
Well, kasi no October 1, what do you call that? Nag-relax na ngayon eh. Nag-relax na. So, we're now free to travel wherever we want, and rightfully so, kasi talagang kailangan natin makita yung bansa natin, Batanes, ang dami, di ba?
Okay, meron tayong Siargao, Dumaguete, I heard ang gaganda rin ng mga promising din ng mga. What about ang travel fees? May tumaas ba? Reasonable ba? Para mahanda naman yung ating mga travelers ng may mga promo ba? Is that a regular thing, si Spen?
Patuloy pa rin yung mga promo, May alam mo na, yung mga major airlines, patuloy yan. Patuloy mo naririnig na meron silang mga magagandang presyo. Talagang tiyaga-tiyaga lang, Ito ang advice ko naman sa mga nakikinig sa atin. Pag promo talaga, kung mo agawan yan, talagang tutok na tayo. Individually, hindi na kailangan dumaan pa sa travel agent. Individually, tutukan na natin yung mga tinatawag na website ng mga major airlines, Kasi kung tatanungin mo ako, totoo ba yung mga promo? Totoo yan.
Oo ba? O yan. Kasi yung to be true. Yun ang mga agam-agam nila. Naku, para naman totoo. Pagdating doon, meron palang dagdag. Yung mga piso-piso. Tama ba yan?
Meron dagdag, Kung yung piso fare ang pinag-uusapan natin, piso lang talaga ang fare, pero syempre kailangan natin bayaran yung mga buwis na hindi na pupunta sa kumpanya o hindi na pupunta sa gobyerno.
Ayun.
Kailangan natin yung bayaran.
So ayan, malinaw po, Siyempre, kailangan naman may revenue ang ating sangay ng pamahalaan ng Department of Tourism. So yun naman kasi sinasabi ni Spen nung iba nating travelers, bayad nga kami. Okay, bayad sa gobyerno. Pero naman, ayusin nyo naman mga airports nyo. Kasi yung mga paliparan daw, ang walang tissue paper yung banyo. Trabaho naman ng ating sangay ng pamahalaan yan. Manila International Airport ba yan? O Iya ba yan? O Davao Airport ba yan? Pero wag po kayo mag-alala kasi pinapaganda na yata, si Spen, lahat ng mga airports.
Ang laki, yung mga talagang mag-travel tayo para masabi natin kung mahusgahan ba natin. We can judge for ourselves. Hindi yung maririnig lang natin na, hindi maganda yung airport natin. Para sa akin, hindi totoo. Para sa akin, hindi naman kailangan magandang-maganda eh. Ang gusto naman natin, efficient. Okay. Ang gusto natin, mabibigay sa atin yung pangangailangan natin. Mabilis na migration, ano ba tawag doon? Facilitation sa mga, yun ang gusto natin.
Oo. Naman kahabang pila. Yung mga, siguro, lahat ng dadaan ng, kasi terminal, kaya nga nagbayad ka ng terminal fees. Alam nyo pa, para sa mga ibang nakakaalam, minsan iba pa yata, hindi pa yan nakasama sa ticket yata o kasama na ang terminal fee?
More often kasama po.
Okay. So, ayun, they will question, ganda nyo naman itong lalakaran namin, slippery or something, eto, pag nakapila kami sa customs, yung, alam mo, yung conveyor belt, o i-check-in mo yung mga bagahe mo, minsan sira, hindi umaandar. Ba't kami nagbayad ng terminal fee? Parang ganun. Madami ka maririnig kasi ako naglalagay. Diyan ako assign kaya medyo familiar tayo sa mga araw-araw ng mga tinatanong ng ating travelers. Ano pang advice mo, Sis Pen? Go ahead.
Ako naisip ko lang, yun nga, number one, experience natin to. Let's have a parang, alam mo yung tatawag na clean slate? Clean slate. Parang wag na natin isipin yung nakaraan. Isipin na natin, bigyan natin ng chance ngayon ang mga ahensya.
Kasi ahensya. Okay, tayo pinagpapala si Spen sa kabilang linya ng komunikasyon at nakahabol. Again, we need to hear from her kasi siya ang matatawag nating life coach at napakarami ng kanyang advocacy, among them empowering Asian women and healthpreneurs. And then meron siyang libro na ilo-launch on November 12 and we want to know what it is. Diyan yan sa Los Angeles. It's happening there. At napakaganda nitong sinasabi niya, you build your legacy. So, more on that, we have to know. Let's welcome to our program. Kahit medyo late siya, siguro we'll have a part 2 eventually. But let's call her Sis Nelly C. Reyes. Hello, welcome to our program, Sulong ng Bayan. We have our co-host, no less than the President and CEO of Tangerine and Travel and Tours, Pen Berdan. Hello.
Hello. Yes. Good evening, guys. It's a pleasure to be here, and sorry for the
no problem. It happens all the time. Even if high technology, but I'm glad you're able to join us. Tell us, educate us in like 20 minutes. What is this book that you will be launching? Is it a launch happening on November 12? Before you educate us on your foundation, go ahead, Nelly.
Okay. First of all, this is the book. It's called The Courageous Legacy Builder. I don't know if it's
it can be seen.
Yeah, The Courageous Legacy Builder. This has been launched in July, on July 9, which is the American Friendship, Filipino-American Friendship Day. I had my signing there. And today I am actually doing a second edition or a second book signing on November 9th. And this book is all about, let me read to you. This is a handbook to empower creative business systems creators to achieve your highest potential by finding your inner courage. So this is the Courageous Legacy Builder. At one point in time, some of us, or say most of us, were conquered by foreigners, and we lived in fear for centuries. And so we migrate to a different nation, the U.S., Canada, Saudi Arabia, Europe, and all other countries. But we still have that culture within us wherein we want to play small, we just want to be pleasing people, those are the kind of qualities that we have. But of course, being friendly as we are, being resilient that we are, we survive any crisis. Anywhere we are, we still afford to go smile. But it's different when you say you have to be courageous. When you say to be a courageous, you have to have that determination, that strength, that after the storm, after the trials, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And in that tunnel, when we get out, we have to be a different person. So we don't want to come out there the same old fearful person that we are. And so I launched this book. This is actually just the first book of 2 books that I'm writing. This is really dedicated to mostly women and youth, mostly Asians or the diverse minority, people who need some guidance. How to create their systems, because it's all about creating system. When you're already in Northern America, we all have to learn how to develop a system, because lifestyle in Northern America is very structured. Yeah, it's very structured. You mean to say they're always about a process. Yeah. So even if you are selling ice candy, perhaps, or selling your lumpia or your and anything like selling your bracelets, porcelas, or what, you have to have a system, because you have to be able to repeat it and maintain the same kind of quality of service, same quality of merchandise that you always offer. It's like that. unlike when we cook rice, we just put our fingers into that water, dip into that water.
Yeah,
but
sure.
you see, we have long fingers and short fingers. So
Yeah, and you have long nails.
added too much water or less water. So that's why here, when I came to the US and Canada, I saw rice cookers. And it's no longer the caldero that we use, okay? So the rice is being scooped, and it says the number of cups, and also the water is the number of cups. But I said, I don't want to go through that. And we have resistance, okay? So that's where it all begins. Like, you come to the US, you come to other nations, you have resistance. At first, I was trying to tell myself, why do I have to educate myself again? Because I said I'm already a CPA back home, and I've held positions of the Social Security system, which is, one of the most reputable, if not the biggest government corporation in the Philippines. And then you come to the United States, they want you to go back to school. They want you to go back to apprenticeship. And I said, I've been teaching in Ateneo, and I've been teaching in universities. And here I am, I'm going to go for apprenticeship before I can get my license. So I said, no, forget it. I don't want to go back to school. So what I did was, of course, first of all, you have to explore. So when I came, of course, I was not confident. That's the natural reaction. We're not confident when we come to another nation. And I would, even as courageous and as a strong woman that I am, I must accept to you that I was in that kind of box
behavior.
I don't know if I belong. Or I belong. So belong. I said to myself, okay, you know what? I was ready. I came to Canada at first because I came out of a program like the Philippines Canada's local government support program. So we were managing a lot of development programs, capacity building. So, and I said to myself, when I go to the West Coast, East Coast, West Coast, people don't recognize your education. That's a given, right? So, you're not a CPA here anymore when you come here. No, you're not. And you're not a big boss here anymore. No, you're not. So definitely you have to be ready. So what are the highest paid people in Northern America? Skilled people. Even the carpenters, even the plumbers. The more skilled you are, the better. And they are licensed here, including people who just do the manicure, the chef. They get better paid than people who are just working in an office. So with that in mind, and because I know that's the reality here, I said, what will I do when I get there? Because I don't know how to look for a job because they will not honor my CPA certificate from the Philippines. So I said to myself, well, I was told that most Filipinos land into a caregiving job.
Right. But that's also paying.
There's a dignity of labor here. So I enrolled myself. I was in the mountain.
Wow.
I enrolled myself in a 6-month course. I have to learn how to prepare linens. I have to know how to bake people who are quadriplegic. Yeah.
Right.
I had to do that. I mean, I had to learn those things because, you see, I wasn't doing it my lifetime.
Right.
So I had to do all those things. And I have to learn how to measure, the medications and all that, how to use all the equipments and the tools. And then I should know how to do notes, like write notes about the patient, what to observe and all that stuff. Take the basic life support training program. Like I had to do the first aid. I have to learn how to rescue people, drowning people if you are not a swimmer. Yeah. I had to learn all those. Oh my God. I went through all those rigid
That's
training.
why you're so equipped to tell us in your book. In your book, it will all state the how-tos so that they won't feel insecure. They'll be armed with knowledge and they will be confident enough when they're already there, when they have migrated. Is that right?
No, it's not. My book is not about that.
Oh,
My book is not about immigrants. And my book is not about telling immigrants how to come here. Okay? My book is telling you about how to live the way Americans live.
the way they do.
Okay.
Yes. No, I'm not teaching people how to migrate here. So it's not about that. So,
Yeah.
okay. Because I'm not an immigration consultant. I'm not even teaching people how to become a caregiver. No, I'm not.
No,
I'm
we're not
teaching
into that.
people how to create systems.
Okay,
How to
that's
create
very-
systems, okay, so that they can equip themselves, empower themselves, and be who they want to be. Live their passion and be
Pursue their
productive
dreams.
of Northern America. Because some of us will come here, they're doctors or perhaps they're
Professionals.
nurses. They come here and we do the same thing. We start as caregivers, and but it's not shameful to do that. However, you have a dream.
Yeah,
You have a goal.
Dream.
You know where you want to go. So
Yeah.
you train yourself. When you come here, you train yourself. And at the same time, learn how the systems are being adopted here. Learn the law. It is important that you understand the law. Because if you don't know the law, then you will get lost and then you can easily be fined or be restricted from doing what you want to do. And most of all, you have to learn how to pay taxes.
Exactly. That's the number one. Yeah, that's biblical, Nelly. Hosea 4:6 says, my people perish. Ang bigat nun. For lack of knowledge. Kaya ang ganda nitong binibigay mong libro, ino-offer mo sa ating mga Asian neighboring countries at Filipino na rin. No? We have on the line, we have to entertain this. Kanina pa siya nasa linya. She's a veteran journalist. Let's call her Lizzie. Sispen, you can also ask eventually, your own questions.
Sure.
Lizzie Lazo, come in. Go ahead and ask our... Yes, go ahead. Dive in.
Good evening. It's late there in LA.
Right.
I'm very curious about
It's getting midnight, but I'm wide awake. I'm actually a night owl.
Okay, go ahead and ask your question.
Could you
Lizzie.
please explain the name of the cultural fair that you are putting up? It is Asian Ina. Is the INA?
It's called.
Referring to mother.
Let me adjust my video background because I think it's not showing up the way it should be. So let me reset my video here. Okay, and it says
You're the
videos.
founding chairman of Asia Ina. Is that?
It's
What does it mean?
Eastern Services Institute for Asians in North America, and it's actually for people who want to be empowered. Okay, so see, I'm sorry because of the background of in my home because it's nighttime. But I just want to show you this. This is the flyer. Okay, this is the flyer, and it says here: collaborate with minority-owned businesses with your favorite national costume. So this is Cultural Fest, the Small Business Mixer. And this is what it is. It is called Assistance Services Institute for Asians in North America. So we are basically giving out our book, The Courageous Legacy Builder, once you become a member of this. And because you were not able to see my book earlier because of the video settings, we're coming out with the second edition of this. And this will tell you, first of all, this will tell you how to become a legacy builder, how you set up yourself and show up being the one that you really want to be in life. And secondly, it also teaches you the part two, how to build clientele or how to acquire clients for life. So in that sense, the very basic thing when you want to go to business, what do you want to do? You want to find customers and you want to keep customers for life. And how do you want to set up a business? You want to set up a business where you can transfer it from one generation to another generation. You see, there is a Filipino common trait called Ningas Kugon. And this is not the place for people with Ningas Kugon. Otherwise, your biggest enemy here is time.
Right, your time.
When you're in Northern America, your biggest enemy is time. You cannot just keep starting over and over again. You cannot keep trying. So the best thing is you learn from the experts. And we are offering this at Ashina. We offer you the basic 101 life and business mastery courses. We are composed of experts. We teach business funding.
Okay.
We teach how to create a book.
Literacy.
How to do, if you are an advocate, We teach you the diversity, equality, and inclusivity, which is a very basic component of any nation like America, which has equality as the baseline. And we also teach you how to become a performing artist. If you are an artist or a creative, we teach you how to start that and how to make that as your your income generating project. We want you to rise above from just being a hobbyist to a successful solo entrepreneur. And here, when you become a solo entrepreneur, you can incorporate yourself by yourself. Unlike in the Philippines, we need a minimum of 5 in order to incorporate, right? Here, now you can have solo corporations. That's one. And then there are a lot of tax break by being, a solo corporation. Instead of you operating as a sole proprietorship, you get taxed more than being in a corporation. Although there are pros and cons, but basically we teach you how to form your business. Now, if you're a community leader, we teach you how to set up your own nonprofit, just like what I'm doing. So we also teach you how to do basic bookkeeping, and we have paralegals, community development advocates who can teach you how to lead your community, your association. We can teach you. There's also one who is a social justice advocate. One of our speakers, we have 14 speakers actually, and she's very young. She's only 22 years old, and she's a Latina, and she is very much passionate in helping people with immigration issues. That's her turf. Yeah. So she's a speaker on that. And then we also have somebody who is going to teach you digital marketing, because these days you create digital stores. Right. Online stores, right? So you cannot invest on renting your store space. So we have the store. So these are all how to apply digital finance. A lot of things that are coming out. And if you are a healthcare expert, a nurse, or say a caregiver and want to put up your own business, you're a doctor, we will also teach you how to start. And then from here, we will refer you to our community partners if you want to, get yourself trained more in that area. So, and when we get you as a member, when you enroll as a member, we immediately give you this. This is free. I don't sell this.
Wow. Okay. Kasama na yan para may naman.
Yes.
Okay. Busy.
Yeah.
What's your follow-up?
Membership. A membership fee.
Oh, the membership is cheap. Okay, it's only $75.
Right.
You get the book, and then you can join our
Network
private group, the Shena group, which you can ask questions there. We can hold some live sessions there. And at the same time, like right now, we have an event on November 12, 2022, which is a Saturday at the Glendale Auditorium in Glendale, California. You can attend that for free. But of course, because we are fundraising as well, you can upgrade. So there's a VIP ticket if you want to upgrade. But it's not like it's mandatory. You can still come if you have no resources, and we will not send you away. You can still listen, you can still have fun with us, and you can wear your favorite national
costume. Right? Wow, that's awesome. Alam mo, kulang oras natin, Miss Nelly. We will have a part 2. But follow-up question. Go ahead, follow-up question, one last.
Yeah. So we know already that the membership is $75. How about is there the session 1-to-1? Is the coaching one-to-one?
That's when exactly you are being sent to our experts, and we will negotiate a good rate for you.
Good rate. All right. Okay, that's good.
Maybe a payment plan for you, something like. But if I will be your coach,
discounted.
I'm not really like gonna
you won't charge much,
especially those people who really are very, in a poorest of the poor or maybe marginalized or maybe starting over. I'm very generous with that. As long as my only request is that you follow what I teach, because the teachings that I give you are the ones that I spend tens of thousands of dollars before I learn them.
Before you learned it. Okay, having said that, we have to have a part 2 for people who are questions, but next week siguro we will be appreciate if you can have time the whole time. It will be yours. Okay, so thank you so much, Miss Nelly, and have a blessed evening there. Thank you, Sis Pen. Thank you, Lizzie, and thank you sa ating naging kaagabay, Junaguba, Aram Sancho, Abby Malanday, Rashid Locsin, Jam Tarayo, Kim Gomez, ang Micah Cervantes, James De Jesus, and syempre namatay po ang father ni Aida G, ang aming kasama, isa sa anchor. But again, this has been Loli Rivera Acosta. As I always say, keep God first in every area of our lives, so He will direct our path. God bless everyone. Bye.
God bless. Bye everyone.
Si Miss Loli Acosta, Sulong na Bayan sa DWIZ 882.